Hey folks, this is Z-Man with Kedesh Farm. It's been a while since I shot a video. Just been busy with work and just have to make myself find time to shoot a video. I just want to share some excitement. It's something I've been trying to do along with my family on getting gamma grass growing out here at the property. This big old field, I say about roughly 4.5, 5 acre field. We've allowed it to, we did a control burn about a year or so ago. And I wanted to see what the natural seed bank would produce. Now we have seeded out here. We have just done a lot of things, because if you look at some of my past videos, I call it the soggy bottom. This area used to be nothing but broom sedge as far as you could see. And look at it now. We got all kinds of different stuff out here growing. It's not quite where we want it, but it's a long ways from where it was. But along with the different vegetation, we did find some gamma grass growing on the side of the roadway. And for the last couple of years, my wife and I, along with our kids, we've been stopping and picking it and throwing the seeds out here, feeding it to the cow, just doing anything we could to get gamma grass to grow. And as you could see right here, we have gamma grass. I mean, I just couldn't believe. I was going to actually move my cow over in this area, and then I realized that I had gamma grass growing and it was producing seed. I've allowed this to just grow over, and I just never paid attention to this section. I wanted it to naturally do its thing and see what was all in the seed bank. I don't recall planting gamma grass on this side. I mostly planted gamma grass along that way. And then again, I was putting it in the cow's feed, some stuff that we, just stuff that we allowed the cow to eat, and treats basically. And I would throw gamma grass seeds in it, and look what she has produced. I couldn't tell you how many plants are in this section, but I'm just excited that we allowed this to grow and do its thing, and we have gamma grass. So basically I will just allow it to reproduce. Thank God I saw it and didn't turn her loose, because gamma grass is considered the ice cream of grasses, and I know she would have mowed this down completely. It's a pretty nice size plant. I'm not exactly sure where else. Well, it's right here. We got 2-3 different sections that the gamma grass is growing. I'm gonna zoom back on this camera, and I'm just happy about it. We also have some sorghum. More than likely, I threw the seeds over here. Probably some corn. I think there's another section where at times I just get wild with seeds and throw them. It's just all kinds of stuff that have sprung up. We have tons of pumpkins growing over that way. We intentionally planted those for our cow. Every fall season, people give us pumpkins, and we just take the pumpkins and feed her along where we have hay bales. Because I do unroll hay, but I also do bale grazing for the purpose of growing the pumpkins, because around the dry season, that hay that's on the ground is pretty thick and matted, and it holds the moisture, but also keeps the weeds down. And we're able to gather and see the pumpkins a whole lot easier and produce some decent sized pumpkins. I mean, it's pretty cool to be able to use your cow to grow pumpkins. This is about the 2nd or 3rd year that she's done this for us, and she loves pumpkins a lot. I mean, it's just amazing. This gamma grass, I mean, this stuff is expensive to purchase the seeds. I considered buying some, and geez, I can't remember what the cost is for about a pound of gamma grass seeds. I mean, it's ridiculous how much this stuff is worth. But I'll just keep doing what we're doing. There may be more. This stuff is so tall and thick out here. There have been times I ride through on my 4-wheeler and deer would jump up out of this stuff, scare the daylights out of me. And I'm happy with the habitat that it's producing We've had turkey, especially walk down these lanes that I produce or cut. And all the while I'm keeping the ground covered. We've been going through a pretty nasty drought. Not as bad as the last couple of years, but decent enough where folks were starting to feed hay. I fed my cow hay just because I wanted to get rid of some old hay while I was stocking my barn with new hay. And you couldn't really tell that we had a drought out here because of all this thick vegetation out here. The ground stayed covered, so therefore it kept the moisture. What little bit of rain that we did get, it maintained the moisture down below. And I'm excited about that. It's all about keeping your ground covered and protecting the soil, especially when the temperatures get hot in the summertime. You can find an area, kind of like where I keep this area cut down pretty low. I imagine there's a difference of 10 to 15 degrees from where I keep the grass cut pretty low along my poly braid wire, and as opposed to being off in here. And hence we have good vegetation that is growing for stock feed and also for the wildlife. That's some more sorghum growing right here. It's beautiful out here. You can see where I allowed the cow to, we only have one single cow. We have our sheep up ahead. Let's walk down there. I can't get too far. I got my water running. So I don't want to get too far. I have it running over. I did put up electric netting for my my sheep, just because we don't have a livestock dogs out here. That's a work in progress. I've been working on that for the last year. I got 2 dogs that I know that I could bring out here and protect them. My neighbor has one of our dogs, and she's actually doing a pretty decent job of keeping the coyotes at bay. So with that dog being the sister to my dogs, we shouldn't have any issues when we introduce those 2 females out here. They are fixed, so we don't have to worry about them getting bred. Sheep. Took them forever to come down here this far. They were a little nervous because this stuff was so thick, but now they've been able to come down and graze this. I'm kind of rotating them from this paddock right here to another paddock. Then I have another one way up ahead. That's roughly 2 males, 2 full grown ewes, and then they both had babies that look pretty good. I'm gonna see if I can roll this without getting shocked. Oh, scared me there. That wire's on. I have a solar panel set up out here. Sheep. I want to show off my big male. He looks pretty good. Sheep. I know it's been a while since I shot some video, and there he comes. Come on, boy. He used to be wild, and I would hand feed him. Slowly but surely he began to trust me, and as long as he come close to me, all the other ones, they come close to me. Trust me, if you have wild animals, they're no fun to deal with. Any way you could tame them, do so by whatever means. I use grass like alfalfa blocks or treats or something like that to at least get them where I could touch them and have to put them wherever I need to put them without any issues. If I walked into that paddock right now, they would follow me around, and that's kind of the way we want them. Their lambs are okay with this, but they don't run because their parents don't run. Sheep. This is pretty thick, and they've cut it down a lot. Let's see if I can zoom in on big boy. Sheep. Oh, he's not going for it. This stuff was pretty thick, just like that section down there, and they've thinned it out a lot. I will probably rotate them on Sunday to give this a little bit of opportunity to recover. I'm actually wanting them to get this cleaned out for me, just because I would like for this to be good pasture land for them. I'll probably do a controlled burn to get rid of these young trees. I was hoping these guys would eat the trees and they kind of mess around with them a little bit. I know if I had goats, they would for sure. There you come. There go my big boy. He's a good looking fella. Get a nice side profile if he turns sideways. Those females, the two older females, are Texel and Katahdin mix. And they produce some nice sized lambs. And I'll take the male lamb and take it to our home base, our property, our home where we live at, because we have a different set of sheep there. And I'll end up with two different herds. We rotate those guys also at the house, but I'm working on two different bloodlines so we can always have a decent supply of males to provide good breeding stock. We do eat lamb, but I'll end up keeping that male, that young male right there, and taking him and let him breed with the ewes that we have at our home. That's a ewe. I'll end up taking her home, so we don't have to worry about her dad breeding with her. But he's a nice looking fella. Like I said, he used to be pretty wild, and I would, he's not gonna let me touch him. I had got to the point where I started feeding him by hand, didn't have any more issues. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe and like. And if you have any questions, please don't be afraid to ask. Like I said, I'm not doing a lot of videos. I'm gonna hopefully get myself back in sync to doing more videos. This is Z-Man, and I'm out.